Hey guys, welcome back to Cross Timbers Bison.
Bison aren't easy to raise, and running a ranch isn't easy either. But Dusty Baker and his family have made it work at Cross Timbers Bison. Every calf, every fence, and every challenge is part of a story about family, hard work, and keeping one of America's most iconic animals alive and thriving. Dusty Baker, once a high school history teacher, didn't grow up dreaming of being a bison rancher. He just had a quiet respect for the land and a deep love for wild things. As a kid, he watched nature shows, walked through Oklahoma state parks, and helped with small wildlife projects whenever he could. Later at Oklahoma State University, he explored different paths, but always found himself drawn to conservation and the balance between humans and the natural world. After several years of teaching, Dusty and his wife Marissa began talking about a life that felt truer to their hearts. They wanted something lasting, something they could build together. That dream took shape in 2018 when Dusty left teaching and stepped into the unknown. The turning point came when Dr. Gerald Parsons, a respected name in Oklahoma bison circles, gifted Dusty 5 bison to start his herd. That simple, generous act became the seed for everything that followed. Dusty and Marissa built fences by hand, learned pasture management, studied bloodlines, and spent long days figuring things out as they went. It was hard work, but they never turned back. In 2019, they decided to share their story on YouTube. Their first videos were humble and unpolished, short clips of fencing, calving season, feeding routines, and small victories. But people connected with it right away. There was no acting, no pretending, just real life. Viewers could feel the honesty in every moment, the setbacks, the muddy boots, the worry, and the small joys. That is what set them apart from the start. Over time, the channel grew. They shared calving stories, herd management, predator problems, weather extremes, and even the heartbreaks when young calves didn't make it. They filmed the reality of ranching, not just the beauty, but the loss, the long nights, and the constant learning. As more people watched, Cross Timbers Bison became one of the most trusted and loved ranching channels online today. Their YouTube channel has more than 374,000 subscribers and over 160 million views. Their videos inspire not only farmers and ranchers, but anyone who loves seeing real people care for animals and the land. The Bakers' hard work has turned Cross Timbers into more than a family dream. It is now a sustainable business built on honesty and passion. Their income comes from ad revenue, merchandise, and direct bison meat sales through their website, crosstimbersbison.com. Fans can order premium cuts such as ribeye, sirloin, tenderloin, jerky, and snack sticks, or buy hats and hoodies with the Cross Timbers logo, proudly representing a family that built something from the ground up. It is estimated their net worth sits around $500,000 to $600,000. But the real success isn't the money. It is the freedom to live their values. At the heart of it all is family. Marissa isn't just behind the scenes, she is the co-pilot in everything. She handles the orders, logistics, social media, and often joins Dusty on camera, keeping things grounded and real. Their daughter Brooks has grown up around the herd, helping her dad and showing viewers what it is like to live close to nature. Recently, the Bakers welcomed a new baby boy named Bo Baker, adding another layer of joy and energy to their story. Their growing family represents exactly what Cross Timbers stands for: renewal, continuity, and the courage to build something lasting. Then there are the bison themselves, the heart and soul of this journey. Big Joe, the massive, calm, one-ton bull, has long been the face of Cross Timbers Bison. His strength, temperament, and gentleness made him a favorite among viewers and an essential part of the herd's genetics. Alongside him stands Dunbar, born in 2017, known for his wilder energy and strong bloodline from Canadian River bison together. They balance the herd, Big Joe with steady power and Dunbar with raw fire. But ranching isn't only about strength and growth, it is also about heartbreak. One of the most emotional moments came when Dusty and his daughter Brooks discovered a lifeless red dog, a newborn bison calf, lying still in the pasture. At first, no mother was in sight. Later, Dusty confirmed that the calf belonged to Elena, one of their original 5 bison, and one of the most beloved animals on the ranch. Elena is partially blind, which likely played a role in the tragedy. The calf had been fully cleaned and looked healthy, making the loss even harder to accept. The video captured Dusty's pain and Brooks's quiet sadness, showing just how deeply they care for every life on the ranch. But that wasn't the end of their challenges. In a video posted just 2 months ago titled, "This is what has been killing our red dogs," Dusty revealed that the ranch had lost 5 calves this season. After sending samples to Texas A and M, they learned the heartbreaking truth. The cause was Cryptosporidium, a microscopic parasite that spreads through contaminated water. The infection likely came from one of their ponds, possibly carried in by wild animals and worsened by heavy spring rains. The parasite hit the youngest calves hardest, causing dehydration, white scour, and loss of appetite. As Dusty painfully explained, the red dogs were pooping themselves to death. Despite every effort darting the calves with antibiotics and vitamin B12 injections, 2 more were lost, including calves from Peaches and Quaw. Shortly after these challenges, the herd faced another emotional turn. After months of discussion, the Bakers decided to move Big Joe from the main Ponderosa ranch to a leased property, where he will start a new herd. They explained the move as a practical and forward-looking choice, a way to let Big Joe continue his legacy in a quieter space without conflict or overcrowding. Still, saying goodbye wasn't easy. In their videos, Big Joe is gone and Big Joe surprises us on loadout day, you can see the mix of pride and sadness as Dusty leads the gentle giant toward the trailer. Fans felt it too. Big Joe has been a symbol of strength since the beginning, and watching him leave was like watching a chapter close. Yet this change isn't an ending. It is a transformation. Dusty calls it part of long-term planning, ensuring Big Joe's bloodline continues, while Dunbar takes on new leadership at the Ponderosa. It is another reminder that ranching is never static. Calves are born, herds shift, seasons turn, and life keeps moving forward. So when you picture Cross Timbers Bison today, you see a fuller story than ever before. Dusty and Marissa walking the fence line at sunrise, Brooks playing nearby, their new baby sleeping inside, Big Joe grazing peacefully at his new home, and Dunbar standing tall among his herd. Orders of bison ribeye and branded hoodies head out across the country while the sun sets behind the Oklahoma hills. It is a mix of family, business, and legacy, but above all, it is love for the land and the life they have built. No story like this ever really ends. It just changes shape. For Dusty and Marissa Baker, the chapter of Big Joe's relocation and their new baby isn't about closure. It is about growth, new beginnings, and faith that the herd, like their family, will keep finding its way forward. And as always, the cameras keep rolling.